Done. Next page, Mr. Frank. Next page. How are you? How was your weekend? Good. Oh, good. Oh, that's so good to hear. Mine was too. Thank you for asking. So I watched a movie called Ninja versus Shark on Shutter. I stopped watching it with like half an hour remaining. So you don't even know who won, the shark or the ninja? Who told you to watch that garbage? Nick Zinn? It was good until it wasn't. Ain't that always the case? Ain't that what life is all about? I've been watching. I'm into season 2, I believe, of Mountain Men. I believe there's 13 seasons of this show. Just sitting on the couch with my feet up, wrapped in my blanket with the cats, watching real men doing real things. And me going, I just don't want to get up and go to the bathroom. I just don't want to. It's just such labor to pee. Maybe I could pee in this cup. It's like too many seasons. No, it sounds like it gives me something to watch every day for like the next, I don't know, year. Who's fucking messaging me? I don't care. Let me look it up and see how many episodes there are. It's 13 seasons. Don't they have where they give you come on with that pop-up crap. D.B. Sweeney narrates it. 12 seasons, 159 episodes. And then obviously the 13th season just started. I've watched... First season was like 8 episodes, and I think I'm 5 or 6 into the second season. So I got a ways to go. Is that what D.B. Sweeney did after the Playhouse? I know, I always think of that same thing. I always think of the same thing. Like, why is he, he jumped out of a plane with all that money, and now he's doing voiceovers. It doesn't make any sense. So obviously I watched the stupid fight on Friday night as well. I don't know. It was about what you thought it was going to be. Our friend Marianne there, for some reason, was arguing with me about Rosie Perez because I said I remembered how much I couldn't stand her. Well, I really like her. Okay. Okay, well, I don't. That's why I posted that. And then she's like, well, we'll just agree to disagree. And I'm like, I wanted to say, bitch, what the fuck are you coming on my page and arguing me about Rosie fucking O'Donnell? Who gives a shit? I was in a mood. But I was just like, well, I don't know what to tell you then. Like then I was like, all right, then let's just stop this stupidity. It was on my Facebook. Can we talk about the opening bout? We can. We can. That guy. That guy used his Bollywood acting skills on that one. But then with everything else that happened over the night, we forget about that. But as I'm watching this bout, I'm like, what the hell's this guy doing? Is this guy boxing? How was nobody talking about the anal rape? I know, right? like again, if that had been like the last match of the night, that's all we'd be talking about. But no, it was like, oh my god, the dude was banging the guy in the corner. Oh no, wait, there's Tyson's ass. Okay, so now we're just moving along. I don't know, everybody's bitching and complaining they couldn't see it. I was like, I just backed out of it 3 or 4 times and then came back in, and then I watched the bouts. Not a problem. Everybody's, oh, I'm canceling my Netflix now. Why? Because of a boxing match? That was probably the only boxing match you've seen in 20 years if you've ever watched boxing. I tell you, I matched my opponent, let me throw him into the corner and dry hump him for a minute. Yeah. It was basically, I don't know if it was, at first when he started with his bullshit, I thought, oh, okay, because this is like fucking, what's his name? This is like another internet guy who's boxing, trying to box now. So you're mad at that. But I'm like, no, I don't think if it doesn't matter who this guy was facing, he was still going to do his little dances and all of his other bullshit. I think if he was fighting Tyson, that guy would have tried to bang him in the ass. So yeah, that guy just. I did call it on the main event total force. Oh yeah. What was it? The first round, Tyson threw a combination and stunned Paul, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then Tyson basically said, no, don't do this. No, let's play defense and let me go 8 rounds. Because I can knock this punk out in, I don't know, basically one combination. He is down and out. That's not what I'm here for. But you know what? Fine. Yeah, any other boxer of the night would have slaughtered that in-guy. Especially those 2 chicks. Either of those women would have beat the crap out of him. Now, if he tried that anal rape thing with one of them, then there might be some problems. Especially with the lesbian. I mean, they might have both been lesbians. Who knows? The one definitely was, though. Yeah, I think the women's match was the best match of the night. Those 2 went at it. Not like a good cat fight. It was an interesting night. And I believe that the video which comes first. Yeah, I think that was the let's do this, and then we can set up a third match, and everybody can make $20 and $30 million each off of this. I do believe that as well. But I mean, boxing. Let's be honest here. Boxing has been fixed for how it's wrestling. You know, that's why boxing really took a backseat to MMA and everything else, because for years everybody complained that it was fixed. There's zero way the Irish chick won. Yeah, it was a very good bout. But again, we want to have another one, you know? We want to have another match here, so it was an interesting night. It also made me realize that I was like, well, this is, in case you didn't know, this is on Netflix. Let me show you everybody that's currently on a Netflix show or has been on a Netflix show. Let's show you. Oh, here's the guy from Cobra Kai 12 times. Here's so-and-so from the hit Netflix show. There's no way Jake Paul will fight Canelo either. Jake Jake Paul is a smart man. So he's going to pick and choose. He's going to fight somebody that's easy, somebody that he can beat, or that he can talk into losing. Put it that way. So I was watching. Shelly was at her mom's, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going to watch this Jake Paul Tyson thing." And she's like, "Is he wearing his Pokemon card around his neck in the ring?" I said, "Oh yeah, his $2 million Pokemon card." No, I don't think he is. He's putting a show, not a boxing. Oh, exactly. He is. This is my WrestleMania. You know, this is. Let's make this huge. What is like? All right, and that's the whole premise. They didn't look at this and go, "Okay, we're going to just put on some boxing match." Apparently, there was an undercard of 3 or 4 other matches before the 4 that were live, and so their thing was, let's make this a spectacle. Let's make this where people who don't watch boxing are going to watch. And then they're like, "Oh, Rosie Perez. Yeah, when I think boxing, oh, Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah, definitely." I really, really, really hated the guy who called it, though. It was like he had 15 pages of cliches in front of him, and he would randomly flip a page and just say something that just made no sense. All credit to him for putting on a spectacle and making bank for a lot of people, not just himself, but also especially himself. Yeah. Yeah, commentators were terrible. Yeah, that guy was awful. Even the boxing guy, all he kept saying was, "Well, when I fought Tyson. Well, when I fought Tyson." Refs were terrible. Yeah. Oh, the ring looked fantastic. I mean, the stadium was outstanding. You gotta think of how his brother feels. You know, like they were both boxers. They both started. I want to believe that the other brother started boxing first, if I remember correctly, or they started together. And he's still a boxer, but he ain't making $40 million like this. This was a Netflix show. Like if this was a movie, a Netflix movie, fiction movie, it would have looked the same. Except hopefully one of the Cobra Kai guys would have jumped into the ring at some point to save Rosie Perez from a beating. I don't know. Like there's Shaq. Well, of course there's Shaq. Shaq's everywhere. There's Gronk. Well, of course, fucking Rob Gronk. He's everywhere. But you know, it wasn't enough to just show these people. Then the freaking commentator had to make it. Well, let me go to page 7 of my things about. Let me say some cool things about Shaq. Cobra Kai 6 is a bit underwhelming so far. Sorry to hear that. So that they still haven't called the cops, though, I'm guessing. Or if they did, don't tell me that's a spoiler alert. I'm never gonna watch that show. Like I said, I got to the one where they threw the girl over the railing. I was like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm not getting a ton of writing. I've already written like 800 something words today. I did not write yesterday. I took the day off. I had stuff pulled up. I had stuff I was ready, but I was like, there's only so many ways you can repackage the same plot, and I might be finally bored of it. Is this the supposedly last season? Did you say they were going to do a movie after this? I don't remember any of those things. I will eventually watch Day of the Jackal. I'll wait for Shelley then. And I'll probably watch Cross, the Alex Cross show as well. I think they're both on channels I can watch them. My wife comes home tonight. Her sister flies in at 7 p.m. Then my wife will be home after that. This is supposedly that season. Then they are going to do a movie, is what I've heard. Well, you have your ear to the ground in Hollywood, so. That I better hope the ratings are good enough. People are still watching it by the end of the season, so they can do the movie. I don't know. I got bored. I got bored with that, and I think I keep saying to my wife, "You can watch it. Knock yourself out. You can watch it." But I don't even think she's watched it. I went to a book presentation thing yesterday, nonfiction book about the some guy who did something in Florida. I don't know about the book. Vic DeGenti is the head of the FWA groups here in Florida, and so he did it, and there was like 8 people there. So it wasn't very big. It was Happy Medium Books, which I love. That was where we did, me and Victoria Nations. And Tim Gilmore did our presentation before Halloween. So that was it was fun. It was fun. I bought a couple books. I had they make a very good cold brew coffee. It's like 20 minutes from the house, which is nice. And then hung out for a little bit. They were like, there should be more people, a lot of more people. And he was like, they're probably, it's 1 o'clock. They're probably home watching the Jaguars lose. And at that point, we had no idea that the Jaguars were getting their ass kicked. Makes it even funnier. Then I went on the way home, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get me, at that point, I was like, I'm going to go home and write. I'm going to write the rest of the day. It's like 2:30. I'm good. So I stop at a Dunkin', the closest one from leaving there. And there's like 4 cars in front of me, and it's wrapped around the building. And I finally get to this ordering screen, and I'm like 15 minutes. I'm sitting in, and they say, yeah, you just got to pull up to the front. And I said, why? The lady's like, huh? I said, if I can hear you, you can take the order from here. Well, there's only 2 of us. I said, oh, so you're just trying to get everybody to the front and then order. I said, well, that makes it worse, right? Doesn't that take long? We've been in line for 15 and 20 minutes. And then she goes like, just come up to the front. So then I said, just go fuck yourself. And then I pulled away because I was annoyed. And then I went to the one near my house. And you know what? There was nobody in line. And you know what? There was more than 2 people working on a friggin' Sunday afternoon. I felt good about saying, well, then go fuck yourself. and then I ordered a cold brew, another cold brew. Crazy with the cold brews. I was like, you know what? I'm hungry because at 11 o'clock I made a box of jalapeno poppers in the air fryer. So I was a little hungry, so I ordered a cinnamon raisin bagel with cream cheese, and I'm like, you know what? Let me have 25 munchkins. I said, do you have 25 chocolate munchkins? And the guy was like, no, we don't. We may have maybe like 10 or 12. He's like, we got everything else. I said, oh. He's like, I mean, you can have 10, you can order 10. And I was like, no, I don't want 10. I want a lot. I was like, all right, give me 25. Give me all the chocolate you have, and then everything but powder. I do not want powder munchkins because they get everywhere. And he's like, all right, do you like the what are they, like cinnamon something or other? I don't know, whatever the hell they are. I said, yeah, those are fine. He said, good, we got a ton of those. I said, well, don't just give me 25 of those. Don't give me like 12 chocolate and 13 of those. He's like, no, I'll hook you up. I said, okay. I go through. Here's my drink. Thank you. Here is your cinnamon raisin bagel with cream cheese. Here. He hands me a munchkin box. He's like, hold on. Then he hands me another munchkin box. I said, this is 25? He's like, yes. You have a great day. So I go home. I get home, I open, one box is all of the cinnamon whatever ones. And the other one was all the chocolate. There was 13 chocolate and a bunch of other random ones. All good. All the glazed ones and stuff. Couple of this, couple of that. Bada boom, bada bing. I was like, oh good. I'm going to have these for tonight as a snack. And then I played my baseball game and I ate 50 munchkins just sitting here. I'm not happy. I'm not proud. Frank says that I made a rare stop at Burger King to try the supposed fiery chicken sandwich and was predictably disappointed. Not good. Of course, I went inside because I have zero trust on drive-thru employees, and this place was quieter than the library. It was freaky. Yeah, I don't. I'm just too lazy to get out. And I always special order everything. And as Wise Man once said in Lethal Weapon movies, they fuck you at the drive-thru. And it's the truth. Totally, it's the truth. My orders are never right. Maybe I made the lumpias for dinner last night. Threw a bunch of those in. I think I had 16 of them. Delicious. I did order an 8-piece chicken fries and got 10 pieces. I think it was a matter of ineptitude, not generosity. Yeah. Like they're like, how many? Wait, that was 3. Let's start again. 1, 2. There's a Dunkin' near us. I'm gonna have to tell Tom this trick. There's a Dunkin' up near the airport. It's not a drive-thru. You got to go into the Dunkin'. But if you go in there at like 8:45 every night, right before they close, and you order like 6 donuts, the manager always gives you 12. Always. Hurricane and Company Loompa. I don't know what we're even saying. Lumpias are, as I say, Lumpia. I looked it up. They are, they're like Filipino spring rolls. Tight little spring rolls with vegetables and beef inside, and they're fucking delicious. And you dip them in a sweet chili sauce. Her one of the women who works for my wife, her family is from the Philippines, and her mother and father used to own a restaurant there. So my wife ordered 100 of them for me. My wife doesn't like them because they have vegetables in them. But you just basically throw some oil in a pan, heat it up, throw those in, and crisp them up. They're fucking delicious. Then you dip them in the what do you call it? sweet chile sauce, which is not a condiment. How do I know? Because I like it. Oompa Loompias, exactly. Exactly. Her. Still don't get it. Tommy Clark made a funny joke about. He's like, "Oh, I read that wrong. I thought you were making Oompa Loompas." And I said, "Duh. I cook those on the grill outside. I'm not an animal." That was my little joke back. Whew. Just eat your bad chicken sandwich. Somebody else was said there's like I get these emails, these food emails. I get all these recipes and stuff, which is good. Most of them I look at, I go, yeah, I could never make that. But they always give you like, oh, here's the new Wendy's is coming out with a new sandwich, blah blah blah, or this and that. And every day there's like one of those. Burger King has a new something or other. But then you open and you read the article and it's like, oh yeah, this new whatever sandwich. I mean, it's only available in Cleveland in these two restaurants, and only from November 1st to 3rd. Like, why are you telling the world about this? And most of it sounds disgusting anyway. And I'm not going to try anything new anyway. So there's a lot of like they're coming up with some. Everybody has to have some kind of new super hot something or other sandwich. I don't know. Maybe something flavorful. I've done a lot of, for me, cooking this past week, which is good. I've also used the air fryer a shitload of times. In fact, I made burritos this morning. Or not this morning, this afternoon. Maybe for lunchtime. I made burritos in the air fryer. And you know what? They were nice and crunchy. I dumped some Taco Bell mild sauce in them. Taco Bell has a retro menu. Yeah, I saw that, but I don't think anything on it was anything that I really wanted. I'm going to tell you what I want from Taco Bell. Drives my wife crazy because I bring this up all the time. I want the original Taco Bell salad. Okay? Taco Bell salad, which is in the crunchy bowl. Bowls itself were delicious. And then they would put meat, refried beans, lettuce, tomatoes, all that stuff. It was like, and it's like huge. And it was like 5,000 calories or something ridiculous. But I would eat that shit like, oh my god, I love those. Those were the best. They brought back the Mexi Melt and like a chalupa or gordita and something weird from the 70s, tostada. It's all really all the same. It's really all just how they wrap it. I used to get those, right? Those were great. Those taco salads were fucking delicious. I would get a taco salad and a Mexican pizza. That was all. I would never get tacos from Taco Bell because those two items were delicious. And then for a while they didn't have Mexican pizza, which I was annoyed at. But now they have Mexican pizza. So whenever my wife goes, I'm like, hey, I need a Mexican pizza. That and chilitos were my jam at the Bell. They had some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they still have some good stuff. Let's be honest. They still have some good stuff. Maybe I'll see if my wife wants to bring home Taco Bell for dinner tonight. I was very good. I didn't order pizza. I didn't order Chinese food. But I went for Chinese food on Thursday. But I didn't order anything. In fact, I still have 2 pizzas from Publix I did not eat that I will eat this coming week. Actually, the next couple of days, because my sister-in-law is back tonight, which means my wife will sleep here tonight, which is nice. Tuesday, Wednesday will be normal days for us, so I will be making my own lunch. Joy likes to make some pizzas. I always thought they were just a tostada with a hat. Yeah, but it's a delicious hat. Crunchy hat. Getting all choked up. Maybe tomorrow we can go to B-Max Buffet for a Pork Chop Tuesday. Gotta love their pork chops. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. What page am I on? Page 2 on this one. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it rocking. Yeah, I really didn't watch too much of anything else, other than a couple of dumb things I had taped in the Mountain Men show. And I'm fine with that. But there's enough stuff that is taped now that when my wife is home, starting tonight, we can start knocking some of that shit off. I'm like, oh, Expedition Unknown, honey. She's like, whatever. A pork chop. I hadn't had a pork chop in forever either. My wife makes them maybe once a year. She makes pork chops, and they're good. But for some reason, I guess it's because they throw them in the fryer, and not an air fryer, an actual fryer, and they don't put a ton of coating on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just good, and it's just juicy. Just fucking they're just juicy. I ate 2 and 7 of them. In fact, tomorrow. I gotta think about that, because tomorrow Amanda is coming over to write. Right? Yep. Maybe we'll go to lunch. We used to make stuffed pork chops like twice a month, but gotten away from making them. You better tell Joy to make some damn stuffed pork chops. And if I'm out, I'm going to order steak or fish before I even consider a pork chop. Where the heck is everyone? Is right. I know. It's weird. Like I keep getting 2 viewers, 3, 2, 3 back and forth. I don't know if it's the same people, same person coming and going. I don't know what's going on. A little quiet today. Maybe everybody's got at work. Whenever I go out, my wife always, whenever we go anywhere, my wife always orders a steak, and I always order seafood. And while you love a pork chop. Now, if we go to Tuesday, we go to B-Max Buffet. I do the sausage, peppers, and onions, which they make deliciously. And I take a biscuit, homemade biscuit, crack it open, and I put the sausage, pepper, and onions on that, and I make 13 sandwiches like that. Delicious. I should probably rip the meat off of the pork chop and make a sandwich out of that. What do you think of that, huh? Huh? It's just weird. Everybody's. I know, but I'm 1,100 words into this story now. I'm gonna get to this next page. Can you scoop out biscuit Malik? No, but it's big enough. You can. When I made those sausage, pepper, and onion sandwiches with the sourdough bread the other day, man, you gotta. She buys that wild grain, the bread. So you throw it in the oven for like 25 minutes, and then you gotta let it sit for 20 minutes, and so it continues to cook. But then, man, after 20 minutes, you cut the thing open, and it's so freaking steaming hot. You stick your fingers in because they're like, the bread is like this big. So like half of that is still pretty sizable bunch of Malik in it. And you're pulling all that shit out, man. My fingers are on fire. Delicious. See what can be accomplished when Nick Zinn isn't around to distract you? Exactly. Yeah, I'm not writing 1,150 words if Nick Zinn isn't here telling us about some weird shark movie or something. So my goal then is just to get to this next page, which will be good. Because I've already written 2 pages. I'll get to a 3rd page today. It should be nice, especially since I didn't write yesterday. And this is a brand new book, a new story that I'm writing, Southern Gothic Noir, again. Because I just had this other idea has been floating, and then watching Mountain Men, I'm like, you know what? I can do this. Malik scoops into the MondoCon goodie bag. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I'll let Shelly know you're the one who came up with that, so then it will happen. Every time I talk, I'm like, well, we're gonna do whatever bar, and Frank brought it up, and she's like, no, we're not doing that. Reading Kingfisher Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking or something like that. Huh, I've only read those two so far. They were Gothic, her reimagining of House of Usher, then the follow-up. Archer shoots says, "You appear to be typing faster than me, and I'm furious about it." What's going on, man? Hope you're feeling better. Are you typing? I'm literally pecking. It's literally these two fingers, but I'm very fast. I know where the keys are. I'm like just staring down, not even like looking at the keys themselves. It's the habit. It's a hard habit to break. Count them, 2 Zs, because I'm nasty. See, Mr. Frank, you were wondering where everybody is. Archer chased them out. My time process is best described as spider-like. Nice. When are we going to see more Jesus Diaz stories, Mr. Chute? I'm a pecker. At least I'm not a fluffer. The work in progress that comes out in January is all about revenge. Lots of techniques to use on your many, many enemies. So you'll like it. I have many enemies. Hi, Mr. Frank. You need to come up with a tagline I can use on you. Very, very true. Good. I'm glad you're working. I'm glad you're writing. I'm glad your health seems to be taking a turn for the better. Knocked off on my third page so far of this new Southern Gothic noir. Yeah, Mr. Frank. Much better. Think the pain knocked me down for a couple of years, but I'm almost all better now. Back in the game is right. Hopefully you haven't lost too much momentum. Hopefully you've seen the movie Memento. I don't know what that has to do with it. How's the weather up there in our northern territories? I've been watching that Mountain Men show. None of them are in Canada, but one dude is in Alaska. And I'm like, that looks like the worst life ever. Ever. Like, you have no running water, you have no electricity, you have no food. You basically got to go out and you're killing martins. I don't even know what that is. Is that like a furry rat or something? I don't know what that is. It's rank 1K if you're kosher. I lost all the momentum, but back in action. I'm unseasonably warm here. Just came back from a walk in sunshine. Yeah, just ignore me. Is right, Mr. Frank. We're walking in sunshine. Nice. It is cloudy here in Florida, which is weird. 74 degrees, though. Feels like 81. Did you say it's 81? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going to open the windows again today. No. Yes, close to a furry rat. Yeah, I like, he's hunting martins. I'm like People Martin? Like my friend George Martin? Like the producer of the Beatles, George Martin? Like George R.R. Martin, the writer who's never going to finish his last book? Any of those? And then I saw him like, it just looks like a furry rat. Yeah. You got to eat that? I'm at 1,376 words on this. As a brand new story, literally just started it. Who's this? Holy fuck me. Nope. Her sister leaves Dallas at 7. She won't be here at 7. She'll be here at 11 with the flight time and the time change. Which means my wife won't get home till about 1 o'clock in the morning. Fucking annoying. Is a martin the same as a nutria? That's a good question. 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for doing the conversion, because I was like, if you said, oh, it's 8 something, whatever that other thing is that everybody else in the world but us uses. 53 degrees is pretty nice. We don't do the whole. You don't have to do the whole points thing though. You can just say like 54. Just round it up. Language, yeah, exactly. Language. Nutrias, I see those on when I used to watch the Naked and Afraid show all the time. They would chase those giant things all the time. I'm on Twitch. Yeah, Kelvin, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, Kelvin. I think he's a football player, right? I don't know. Anyway, I got a lot of words in. I am fucking exhausted. I did not sleep well last night. Went to bed at 10 because I haven't been sleeping because my wife hasn't been home. I lay down at 10 and I read for like half an hour. And then I'm like, turn the light off and, you know, my Kindle is cracked, but I can still see if I turn it this way and if there's no light on in the room. If just the Kindle's backlit, then I can read it and I don't even see the cracks. Then I went to sleep, and then at 1 a.m., I had to go to the bathroom because I've eaten so much. I was like, I gotta take a poop. So I go to the bathroom, but then my brain turns on, and then I lay there till like 5 in the morning, and I'm just like thinking of all these dumb things and everything, and I'm just like, I just want to go to sleep. And then I finally fell asleep till like 9:30. So I did not have a ton of sleep. Now my wife will be home very late tonight, but at least she'll be home. which also means no Taco Bell tonight. And I'm not leaving the house. Yeah, Kelvin and Hobbs. That's what I said. Yeah, the football players. Yeah, they played for the Broncos. Kelvin and Hobbs. Yeah, Tango and Cash. So I'll probably watch some more Mountain Men tonight and figure out some food to eat. Maybe I'll have a pizza tonight. I'll eat one of those pizzas tonight. And then Amanda's coming over to get some writing in tomorrow, which will be good. Because I had a phenomenal week the week before and a great bunch of days writing the beginning of last week, and then it trailed off. I just started getting burned out. Especially when I realized none of the stuff, the earliest any of this is due is like April, you know? Like I'm so far ahead now, which is awesome. So, but anyway, wonder where everybody was today. Seems odd. Everybody's just being so quiet. People working, I guess. People. Air fried pizza. That sounds disgusting. Probably good. Actually, it's probably good. Who am I? I wonder if they have like my wife will buy the French bread pizzas. They might be too big to put in the air fryer though, but those might be air fryer. Basically, I was like, anything that we can make in an air fryer, we'll just start buying that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a pizza. I'll do a pizza. Is your beers and fears done? No, I haven't even started it because we're not. It's not due till March, right? Hey, how's it going? You're right in time to see about the last minute of this Twitch stream because I'm gonna go take a nap. Now my story, I haven't even started. I haven't even thought of my story. I still have that zombie thing too, but I think that's due in like May. But what I want to do is I want to get the book for Severed Press done. I want to get this 11th book done. I'm about 7,000 words from the end, so it shouldn't be that hard to complete it. Once I get that done, then I will move probably Beers and Fears book up until that into that slot. I knew I was either gonna like just immediately start writing the day that we got it, or I was just like, nah, I'll just wait. And I think I'm just gonna wait. So there we are. I want to remind everybody to resubscribe or subscribe as the case may dictate. It is very helpful. And also follow me on YouTube as well. The K-Trap Zones Zombie thing. Yeah, it's me, K-Trap, Kenzie, and Lucas. We're each writing he's got like a concept for it that we have to kind of follow. We're each in a different part of Florida writing this thing. So I kind of got an idea for that one, but I don't know if it's a good enough idea. And again, I think that's 10,000 words. I think Beers and Fears is 10 to 12,000 words. And who knows? Yeah, we'll see if the added person for that actually finishes the story or just edits it 80,000 times. Who can say? Alright, I can say. Alright, I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. For all you lurkers, I appreciate you hanging out as well. I will be back. I will not be back tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday. And then we will do this.